In this program, we will discuss the syllabus of Mathematics 1 for all engineering disciplines in Semester 1 affiliated with Gujarat Technological University. The syllabus of GTU contain total 5 modules. In this course, we will discuss Module 3, Sequences and Series. In this module, we will learn what a sequence is and what a series is. The syllabus mentions various tests. Using this test, we will check whether a sequence or series converges or not. The syllabus is given here for reference. Module 3, Sequences and Series. Let's start with sequence first. Definition of sequence. A sequence is an ordered list of numbers that follow a specific rule or pattern. Now in this definition, two words are important. First is ordered list and second is a specific rule. Okay. Now elements of sequence are written as A1, A2, A3, A4, AN and so on. Now here each number in the list is called a term and AN represent the nth number of term of the sequence. Means A1 is what? A1 is first number of term of the sequence. A2 is second number of term of the sequence. A3 is third number of term of the sequence. Same way AN is what? Nth number of term of the sequence. It is denoted by in curly bracket AN n is 1 to infinity or BN n is 1 to infinity or UN n is 1 to infinity. Means to represent the sequence you can use any lower alphabet. One can use A, B, C, D, U, etc. Okay. But sequence is written in curly bracket and here AN, BN and UN. All these are nth number of term of the sequence. Okay. So what is AN here? Nth number of term of the sequence. And here we take n is vary from 1 to infinity. Now n is vary from 1 to infinity means what is n? N belongs to capital N. Okay. So what is n? N is collection. What is n? N is a set of natural number. Okay. And the elements of n are 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay. So n is what? N is set of natural number. And this small n belongs to capital N. So first we have to take n is 1, then n is 2, n is 3 and so on. Now discuss the definition of sequence through the example. Now see here, natural number sequence. Here elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Now let's check whether this one is a sequence or not. Okay. So as per the definition of sequence, first of all we have to check what is the rule and then what is the order. Now here see, first element is 1. Now in 1 add 1, so we get 2. Again in 2 add 1, so we get 3. Again in 3 add 1, so we get 4 and so on. Okay. So here what is the rule? Every time 1 is added, so we get the next number. Okay. So this one is the rule. Now let's understand what is the ordered list. Suppose all these elements are written as 1, 5, 3, 100, 8, 10. Okay. If these elements are written in this way, all these are again the natural number. But what is the difference? Here this one is the list. It contains the natural number. But this list does not follow any order. Okay. So this one is just a list of natural number. Okay. But if we arrange the elements in particular order of this list, then it becomes the sequence. Means here what is the first element? First element is 1. Now in 1 add 1 element, so we get 2. Okay, again 2 add 1, so we get 3. So here ordered is given. All the elements are arranged in particular order with rule. Okay, so that's why this is an example of a sequence. And this one is nothing but a sequence of natural number. Now, symbolically, how to write this sequence? As per this definition, to represent the sequence, what we need? In curly bracket, take nth number of term. Okay, here what is the an? What is an? An is nth number of term of the sequence. Okay, so now see, what is the nth number of term of the sequence? N. Okay, so that's why in curly bracket write n, and n is vary from 1 to infinity. So when you put n equal to 1, so you get first 1 element. Then n equal to 2, you will get 2. N equal to 3, you will get 3, and so on. Okay, put n equal to n, so you will get nth number of element. Okay, so this is the example of sequence. Now let's take second example, even number sequence. Now see here, all elements are even elements. Okay, now how to get this element? First element is 2. In 2 add 2, so we get 4. Again in 4 we add 2, so we get 6. Again in 6 add 2, so we get 8, and so on. Okay, so every time what is given here? 2 is added. Okay, so this is the rule. And again all the elements are arranged in ordered. But if all these elements are written as 2, 10, 100, 50, 8, and so on. Okay, so again what is this? This one is the even numbers. Okay, but this one is a list of even number. Say yes or no. Here elements are not arranged in ordered. All are even elements. Okay, but this one is what? List of even number. But if this list is arranged in ordered. Okay, ordered means first element is 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, and so on. Okay, so this is the ordered list, and this ordered list follow the rule. Okay, so that's why this is the example of a sequence. Now how to represent this sequence? Every time what we get? Here n is a natural number and n is multiplied by 2, so we get this sequence. Okay, we can say n is multiplied by 2, or we can say every time 2 is added. Okay, now n is vary from 1 to infinity. Now here put n equal to 1, so 2 ones are 2, we get first element 2. Second, n is 2, so 2 twos are 4, we get second element 4. Now put n equal to 3, so 2 threes are 6, we get third element 6. N is 4, so 2 fours are 8, we get fourth element 8. Put n equal to n, so 2n, this is the nth number of element. Okay, and so on. So this is the example of sequence, and this is the even number sequence. Now next example, fraction sequence. 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5, 1 by n, and so on. Now observe the elements of this pattern. So here what we observe? Every time 1 is divided by what? N. Okay, and n is what? N belongs to capital N. And here first element is 2, so means n is what? N is from 2 to infinity. Okay, first 1 by 2, then 1 by 3, from here 1 by 4, nth element is 1 by n, and so on. Okay, so this is the example of a sequence. This pattern follow the rule. Rule means every time 1 is divided by n, and second, this is the order list. Okay, so this is the example of a sequence. I hope you all should understand what a sequence is. Okay, if the number of terms in a sequence is infinite, it is called an infinite sequence. Otherwise it is a finite sequence. Means suppose 1 upon n, here elements are vary from 1 to 3. Okay, now what are the elements? First put n equal to 1, so you get 1 upon 1. Then in order put 2, 1 upon 3. Okay, so n is vary from 1 to 3. So first put n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3. Okay, so these are the 3 elements of this sequence. Now here this sequence contain only 3 elements. So that's why this sequence is what? Finite sequence. Okay, but if here n is vary from 2 to infinity, here n is vary from some element to infinity, okay, then it is known as an infinite sequence. So yes or no? So if number of terms are finite, then it is known as finite sequence, and if number of terms in a sequence infinite, then it is known as an infinite sequence.